Together with the 120 seats held by the Social Democrats, our 328 seats out of a possible 630 mean that we are, of course, in a position to form a government, a black-red coalition. And that is precisely what we want. And I have also received the full support and backing for this morning from the party leadership and the Federal Executive Committee of the CDU. We will now hold talks in the next few days. The talks have already been prepared. We have already held 1 or 2 talks with each other. The order of events will be as follows. Today I will talk to the SPD party leader, and in the next few days I will also talk to the Chancellor. We will also prepare a reasonable transition phase, which will inevitably take a few weeks. Firstly, foreign and security policy. In response to statements made in Washington last week, it is clear that we Europeans must now be able to act very quickly and that we must also organize our own defense capability very quickly. This is an issue that has absolute priority in the coming weeks. We need to talk about this. The second big issue, as you all know, is migration, the unresolved migration issue. Our proposals on this are on the table. I still hope that we can convince the Americans that it is in our mutual interest to continue to have good transatlantic relations. But as always, you also have to deal with the worst-case scenario. If those prevail who truly make not only America first, but almost America alone their motto, then it will be difficult. But I remain hopeful that we will succeed in maintaining the transatlantic relationship. The German Bundestag is always able to make decisions. This is what distinguishes the German Bundestag from the federal government, which needs a majority in the German Bundestag. The German Bundestag is able to act without interruption, even after elections. I recall that the German Bundestag has also passed resolutions on Bundeswehr deployments after an election. So we can decide whether we should decide, or must decide. I will then talk about this with the parties that are currently represented in the German Bundestag with the existing mandate. That is the SPD, that is the Greens, that is also the FDP. But again, I don't want to speculate publicly about this. I would like to reserve that for these talks. I have had a few phone calls with Keir Starmer in the last few weeks, including last weekend after the Munich Security Conference. I told him that I very much welcome the fact that the United Kingdom is once again seeking a close relationship with Europe and the European Union. I very much welcome the fact that he and Emmanuel Macron traveled to Washington together yesterday and are combining their talks there. Due to the circumstances of the election campaign, the German Chancellor was unable to attend. I hope that in the future the German Chancellor will then conduct these talks together with the heads of state and government of other European countries.